Hi everyone, and thank you for your time today. My name is Emma Andrews and I'm from Foodwise Leeds. We're a network focused on building a better food system for our city, and we've submitted this video to the CEAC's Open Forum to ask for funding to pilot a citywide community composting scheme to help reduce the city's household food waste and ultimately contribute towards the commitment Leeds has made to be carbon neutral by 2030. So why food waste? Many of you may have seen this quote before, that if food loss and waste were a country, it would be the third biggest source of greenhouse gas emissions behind China and the US. This is why one of the Sustainable Development Targets set by the UN is to halve per capita global food waste by 2030. In this year's UNEP Food Waste Index report, it was stated that 61% of global food waste occurred at the household level in 2019. It was also estimated that in the UK, over 5 million tonnes of household food is wasted per year. When we look to Leeds, it's estimated that the average household wastes 200 kilos of food per year. When we consider that last figure and the fact that 40% of the average household's bin contents are suitable for composting, you can begin to see why we're here today talking about composting as a solution that can help reduce local levels of household food waste across Leeds. We want to pilot citywide community composting through a one-year project with a budget of £10,884. This will establish 2 community composting sites across Leeds, and there will be a wide range of benefits. Not only will we be reducing food waste from going to the incinerator, but we will be providing local education opportunities about recycling, composting and soil care. There will be the option to compost for those without their own outside space. We'll bring communities together to share knowledge and responsibility as they get more actively involved in communal spaces. And we will also help to develop local circular economies as we enable recycling of food waste locally, keeping valuable nutrients within communities and providing that much needed compost to community growing projects, schools and others growing food locally. The pilot would include one central coordinator to collaborate with communities, address any concerns including those related to health and safety, and develop central resources and processes to support local volunteer groups. Another key part of this pilot would be partnership working with existing organisations. For example, we've partnered with Incredible Edible Garforth, who are already in position as the first site for this pilot. We will now hear from their chair, Dan Robinson.
Hi, my name is Dan Robinson from Incredible Edible Garforth. We're here at Oak Grove in Garforth. We've got an area here we've identified for a community composting site, and our local councillors in Garforth have supported us with this Oak Grove location, and we've got a lot of plans for this area in terms of wildlife, in terms of educational opportunities, but really a community composting project would be hugely beneficial to Garforth as part of a citywide approach for this really important topic to reduce food waste.
Thank you to Dan from Incredible Edible Garforth. Citywide community composting is a proven solution. Some of you may know the Brighton Hove Food Partnership. As leaders in sustainable food practices, they were the first ever recipients of the Gold Sustainable Food Places Award. The partnership initiated a citywide approach to community composting 10 years ago, and today we know the partnership supports over 40 schemes within local communities and have over 1,300 households taking part. In fact, in 2019, their programme composted the equivalent volume of 9 double-decker buses in food waste. That's 115 tonnes of wasted food diverted away from the incinerator. Local communities are supported by a central coordinator from the partnership, and per scheme there's a group of volunteers who are properly trained to look after their site. Our pilot is based on this tried and tested model from the Brighton Hove Food Partnership. So to round up today's presentation, why now and why Leeds? We have the model ready to address this existing problem locally. We are aware of the government's commitment to roll out separate household food waste collection across the country by 2023. However, following discussions with others, including representatives from the organisation Sustain, we understand that this would take significant time to implement, while the need for reducing household food waste exists already. Equally, from those conversations, we know that the long-term emissions of communal composting will be better than the processes involved in anaerobic digestion. And importantly, this solution can provide local community and biodiversity benefits as well as overall carbon and cost benefits, i.e. reducing the costs of incinerating food waste. Leeds has the willingness. We know that 93% of last year's Big Leeds Climate Conversation respondents confirmed that they were willing to take one or more actions to reduce their own impact, and that nearly 40% confirmed that they were willing to compost food waste and kitchen scraps. We ourselves have the support of the wider Foodwise network, Feed Leeds, Zero Waste Leeds, Incredible Edible Garforth, and local councillor Emma Flint. Leeds has the infrastructure, including a strong voluntary sector and a growing network of climate action hubs to support this pilot. To achieve the Sustainable Food Places Silver Award for Leeds, reducing food waste is key. And to achieve Leeds' commitment to be carbon neutral by 2030, this citywide initiative is essential. We have a solution to help reduce food waste in Leeds now. We can reduce levels of waste going to the incinerator, reduce carbon, and help community wellbeing. We've done the research, we have the model, and now we're asking for funding to complete this pilot effectively and to ensure sustainable impact for the City of Leeds. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We look forward to hearing from you.